good morning. Good morning from Houston, Texas. See, today is Sunday, August 30. Time is 10:11 in the morning, local time. And current temperature outside is 91 degrees, very humid out. Very humid, and you can all see the clouds up there in the foreground, I'm sure.
In 1/2 mile, keep right to Cypress Creek Parkway.
So, yeah. So I'm actually kind of underway almost here. I don't have a trailer with me, but I'm on my way to go get one. So I ended up getting in here to Texas, Saturday early morning, whatever, 5:30ish, something like that. And drove over to the
Cypress Creek Parkway.
Drove over to the facility where I'm headed right now, and then realized, well, wait a minute, no, he had said just drive toward that address. So I ended up going over to Flying J in Houston and parking and waiting all day yesterday, and nothing came through. And so I ended up going and doing some laundry while I was, hanging out. I guess it was kind of slow yesterday or something. So I ended up going and doing some laundry while I was waiting. And at that point I figured, well, it sounds like there's nothing going to be happening today at all. So like I said, went and did some laundry. Got the wash done, put the load in the dryer, and I was going back and forth, in between my truck and, while I was doing the loads, going and putting quarters in, and changing it from one machine to another and all that kind of stuff. And then when my, I was hanging out in the truck waiting, and then the alarm was ready to go off to let me know that the dryer was almost done. And I had my wallet with me in my back pocket, and had my keys dangling on a little clip, not a little clip at all. It's actually a really stout clip with a carabiner on it, with two carabiners on it. And one of them is the type of carabiner like we all kind of know. It's an actual one though. It's a professional quality one. And then the other one is one of those types that has like a bolt on it, and it screws into place rather than just locks or latches into place. Excuse me. And I had the keys on the other one with the regular latch type one, not the bolt kind of one. And I got out of my truck, and as I was getting out of my truck, I was locking the door as I stepped down. And when I got down to the dirt and I was in the motion of closing the door, I went to feel for my keys on my belt loop, like I always do. I just feel for them, make sure they're clipped on, and I felt them. And so I closed the door, locked, and then I was like, wait a minute, this feels light. And I look, and the keys weren't on it. They had fallen off on the seat, on the front seat, when I for whatever reason, something opened up the latch on the carabiner, and the keys just fell off right in the front seat. I was pissed. I wasn't happy, man, because I was just, wearing just kind of, laundry clothes, the kind of clothes that you wear when you have nothing left to wear, kind of thing. And I didn't have my phone with me, and I didn't know the boss's phone number. And just like, oh shit, because I know he told me that there was a spare key in the truck somewhere, but he hadn't told me where. And I didn't know his number by heart. And I was pretty upset about it, so I went and muttered my way on in there and got my clothes out of the laundry before somebody stole them, because I figured that was probably bound to happen. And got them put in my bag, and I went up to the counter and told one of the clerks there, hey, look, here's what's happening, can you help me out? And she did, actually. She was pretty nice. She allowed, you know, she hopped on the DOT website and got my boss's phone number from there, which I thought was pretty smart of her. And sure, you know, called him, and sure enough, he actually answered, which I was a little surprised because he hadn't answered a couple times yesterday. So, but he answered and you know, told me where the spare key was. So I went and bought a flashlight because it was, you know, it was that late last night. You know, when that happened, it was all dark out. There's no way I was going to find hide a key in the truck. It was dark like that, so I bought a flashlight and went out to the truck. Ended up finding them pretty quick. The way he described where they were, I found them pretty fast. I think there was some luck involved in that. But, so there you go. So, and let's see, about 9:40 this morning, I got got a call. Hey, you got a load? Need to pick up ASAP. I said you need to pick it up ASAP. So went and brushed my teeth, hop back in the truck, and here we are, just rolling through Texas. Houston, Texas, on the way to Humble, back to Humble, Texas. Excuse me. So yeah, okay, so I don't know, that guy just felt like just pumping on his brakes, I guess, just for no apparent reason. Maybe he thought I was too close to him. Huh. Yeah, that must have been it. He must have said, "Oh, you're too close to me, pal." I mean, well, shit, it is 55 miles an hour here, pal, and you're going 50, so. Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's some weird stuff to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it yet because I'm still a little foggy from waking up, but there's some weird stuff to talk about that I got to talk about. Yep. Yep, I'm going to have to remember to talk about it, though. On one of my next videos. Yeah, well, anyhow, so there you go. There's my check-in for Sunday morning, and I'll let it go at that. So, yeah, see ya.